Hey there, gamers. We are back. We've had some, been off. We did all sorts of stuff, but Mid-South Esports is back and live and streaming. Today's match is against Ocean Township, and our Overwatch 2 team is ready to go. The MHSS Superfan is not in the house today. We have instead Buttas. So James is stepping in. I believe he's going to be taking on the tank role today, but we're wishing MHSS Superfan all the best out there because he is out for a job interview and has graciously agreed to sponsor snacks next week. So FYI, people, if you want to come by and watch our match from the Media Center, 3:30 next Wednesday, the 18th, there will be snacks provided by Sean Forback. So anyway, we've been gone for a while. We had a rescheduled match from before winter break. Then we had winter break. And then last week we were having technical difficulties out the wazoo. There was an update sent in over the break, and two of our computers did not get the update, which means that we could not run two computers. Two of our network cards were down. We were trying to scramble and get them all fixed, but we did not have the time to do that. So Hampolo ran home, literally like sped home like a maniac to get on his computer at home. Juliana Papillon was in on my streaming computer, and because she was on the streaming computer, I couldn't stream. So we were focused on that. So we were having all sorts of issues. Then we were having controller issues, and we were having sound issues, and we were having communication issues. It was a mess. So to catch you up, our match that was scheduled from before break was against Manawan. Manawan, for those out there who are paying attention, have a top 300 in the North American area player. Their Mercy is a top 300. So right now, as you can see, we are getting set up. You can follow along in the chat. Apparently, Buttas went and grabbed some Cheetos. And for all the gamers out there, you know that the heck are you eating Cheetos right before a game, Buttas. So he's got crumbs everywhere. His fingers are all sticky. We're not supposed to start till 3:30 anyway, so we will, it's okay. We've got plenty of time. So, just noticed in the bottom corner of my screen that apparently we're going to be getting 2 inches of snow. That's really nice. That's fantastic. Let me go over here and double check on our chat, make sure our Twitch stream is actually up and running, because who knows? Sometimes things just don't work the way that they're supposed to be doing. So let's see all the people out there. So we are getting all set up. Responding back to my chat messages. But anyway, so we are ready to go. Okay, there we go. We're starting to chat up. I love when the kids they get bored and they start chatting with each other. And then it's like, oh, never mind. We're just going to start. That's just how it's going to be. So let's see what my spectator options are. We're all good. Kill feed. Okay, we're all good. So I can see. They set me up incorrectly. So that's going to be a problem. So I am just going to let this cruise because I'm pretty sure they didn't put me in a spot. So we're going to pause the broadcast for a second. Give me a chance. I've got to mute this. Okay, folks, I'm sorry. We're back, so hopefully you've been watching along. Hi, everybody. So it was a little bit of funky start there. It gave me a weird message when I got started, but we're all good. So on with Papillon. So we were talking with Juliana before. So she's going to play their healer role. She's playing Kiriko. She's got this funky new skin that she's been using for Avatar. Juliana's playing our one of our support roles. So as always, the first match of the game is a control match. This is a King of the Hill, I always call it. Like who can hold the spot the longest. Home team picks the arena. So we've picked Lijiang Tower. So now our support role is, of course, running around like a maniac, trying to throw heals and trying to get hit points wherever she can. Saved Brayden, who is almost dead there. That was fantastic. Nice job, Jules. So let's jump over to Phoenix. Phoenix is playing Genji a lot. We were talking before the match about different players that he can play. He really loves the Genji role. He feels like he's most effective in that role. Okay, so obviously Mid-South has taken control from Ocean Township. Ocean Township, we don't really know much about. They're tough. They've lost to the best two teams in our division, and they beat the worst team in our division. So it's kind of hard. But, however, they were able to take one round from Matawan, and we were not. So, for those of you who missed last week's match, we lost literally by inches. That's the best way to describe it. We lost by inches. Round one was 100 to 99, our loss. And then round two, we needed to hold them off for an additional point. It actually went to overtime. An additional 0.8 seconds. If we had held them off for 0.8 seconds, we would have won round two. But we lost 2-0 to Matawan. They've got a fantastic Mercy, like I said at the get-go, they have a top 300 in the North America player. So Mid-South lost control of that round of the point, so they've got to run back. Ocean Township took control, and they're pushing through. Get on here with Butters. Not only a fantastic musician, but also an amazing esports player. Jumps in on the tank role for us easily, giving Ham Polo the opportunity to play DPS. Looks like Butters needs some healing. Hopefully he can get some support somewhere. He's got some... Measley takes him out from the back. So... Middletown South lost round one, but that can happen. When you're on the attack, it is tough. So 1 point goes to Ocean Township. You know, when you're on defense early, it's easy to hold point because the other team has to come to you. You are getting yourself set up. You are ready. When the other team's running in, it can be easy to take out a player or two real quick and then have an uneven advantage. 5-3.
Hi. What's up? Hey. Hi.
So, I want to address something that was in the comments. So players are allowed to change roles as long as you continue to keep the same role format. So you got to have one tank, 2 DPS, and 2 supports. So two players, if they both die at the same time, can switch roles. So if you've got 2 players who can play tank and DPS, then they can switch from one. They can switch at any point as long as there's the same ratio at all times of a 2-2-1 setup in your characters. So what's nice in our situation, because we do have both James and Ian playing that can play both tank and DPS. So if we need to move Ian to tank, if James is not being successful, then we can make that switch. So thank you for all the love out there in the stream. I see you all out there. Juliana throwing some hit points, but also support. Ocean Township trying to flank from behind, but Juliana held them off nicely, so we can take that player out. Get over to Red Robinson. Phoenix playing Genji, flip-flopping all over the place. Sometimes Genji's not great in these open environments like this. That ninja format is really good about sneaking up and coming around corners and things of that nature. He's great on the attack. I really like Genji when you see them play in more of the hybrid environment where you have to like move a payload, because they have more flexibility to move. When they're standing in an open room like that and they're just having to jump and flip, I don't find Genji to be as effective. Let's see what Ham Polo can do here for a minute. So again, as I always talk about, moving from good player to great player, it's key to is the movement. Watching Ham Polo, you notice he never stands still. He's not standing there and shooting. He's jumping around. He's moving. He's dodging side to side. They need to get this. Mid-South needs to take this point back. Nice. Excellent job taking this point back before Ocean Township could take control. So time ticks away. Now that Mid-South has the point, they just have to keep one person in it to maintain those numbers, to keep ticking up. Like I said, we weren't sure what Ocean Township was going to be like. When we played only one of the two people that they've played against, and that was a fantastic team. So it's not easy to make a good judgment. Like I said, they did take one round where we did not, so they could potentially be a little bit better. Oh, it looks like, Ham Polo was targeted there. Holy mackerel. It looked like he was hunting him down. Okay, so Mid-South's up to 82%, but Ocean Township is taking control of the point again. So now their ticker is clicking up. Let's stick with Braden for a little bit with his ugly sweater outfit. Okay, South needs to take this point. If they can take control again, they have a good chance of winning this round. They only get 40%, so they need to keep Ocean Township to under 82%, which is going to be very difficult. Now, it's not the end of the world if we lose a round. However, we need to get we need to try and be as perfect as possible. So, Ocean Township is up to 86%. Circling back, Braden circling over. Butters was taken out. Juliana was taken out. She's running back. Ocean Township's at 100. And South loses that round. So, not great. Not a great start to South. We looked like we were all over the place. So, first round win goes to Ocean Township. Oh, there we go. So, South is going to regroup. We are going to figure out where we went wrong for a second there. Communication has been key for us. So, Ocean won round 1, so they get to choose round 2. This is a hybrid map. So, they're looking at either Kings Row, Nubani, or Paraiso, or Midtown. So, we'll see what one they decide to choose from. This is a pretty evenly matched group. We tend to have problems on those control maps. That is definitely something that I think we're going to spend Monday's practice talking about.
Now entering Kings Row.
So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, we definitely have issues in those control maps. We do way better in the hybrids. Let's see. Who am I spectating? It just said that the spectators are wrong, so we may have to restart this group. So let's see what we have to work with here. Okay, good. Everything got sorted out. So hopefully I am only seeing the blue team.
Send my greetings to Asa-sensei.
You can say hi yourself.
So we can see who's playing what. Hampolo's playing Mortal. OVR. Oh, sorry. No, never mind. So here are our characters. Obviously, because I'm spectating the blue team, I cannot see what the red team is playing, which is okay. We'll start this round with, let's go for Braden. I wasn't spending a lot of time with OVR.
You can't change the world by following.
Oh, I see what's happening. So they accidentally labeled the teams wrong. They switched the teams, but they forgot to switch the labels. So I am listed for watching Ocean Township, but in reality, I am watching Mid-South. So just ignore the little label underneath OVR's name. Okay, so this is a capture the point. This is move the payload. So in other words, one team defends, one team attacks. One team is trying to capture the train. Whoever captures the train first, Mid-South has to capture the train first. If we can take out Ocean Township, we capture the train and we begin to move the train along. Whoever moves the train along the farthest wins the round. So, a little bit of a bottleneck situation. This is where the tank is super important because we need to lay down some blockage while the DPSs are coming in from the side and laying down cover fire. We need to move forward without losing people. So, you can see those yellow lines, those yellow magic coming in from the side. That is Juliana throwing in support and healing into our team. Brandon has moved forward, pushing the team back slightly. So they have to make sure they don't get flanked on the sides. So you can see their tank is trying to move around. Braden's moving back a little bit, but he's getting hit from the right-hand side. I don't think he's noticing that hit. Nice running through. Now, Braden doing a nice job running in from the backside, getting some hit points in there, but he got taken out. So, Mid-South now has 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, it doesn't matter how long it takes Mid-South to capture. It could get all the way down to 1 second. As long as they capture, that's all that matters. So, nice job by Butters, jumping back and forth in and out, but he's getting nailed from that right-hand side. They're flanking him on they're coming from above and flanking him. He's got to watch that. Now, tanks can take down a tremendous amount of hit points. You can see that they have 450 hits, whereas most of the other players only have 200. However, they are out in front, which means they get taken out first. Okay? Super important. Oh, my God. The whole team just dead. What is going on with Mid-South? Where are we? We are not doing well. Okay, we don't have to panic. We've got plenty of time. But Ocean Township is coming to play. They are much better than we thought they were going to be. So let's stick with Juliana for a little bit while she's throwing some support in here and healing. So again, as I've said before, support role is super important because not only are they throwing healing, but they also need to be able to throw some attack points.
A new dawn for you. Be purified.
Sorry, still have my popcorn snack from earlier stuck in my mouth. So, need to wet the whistle. Okay, South needs to push forward. Now, South needs to be able to move. We have a minute left to grab that objective. Now, if we cannot grab the objective, is not the end of things for Middletown South. However, that means that we have to prevent Ocean Township from doing the same thing. And if they prevented us from doing it, it means they're a little bit better of a team. Phoenix playing Hanzo, throwing his arrows. He's got a pretty good shot with them. I think he's a little bit better with Genji than he is with Hanzo, but we're just having a hard time. 15 seconds left. South needs to push hard here. Otherwise, they are going to fail up taking the objective, and it is then all the pressure is going to be on South. All Ocean Township will have to do is grab the objective, and they automatically win. And that's it. That's the end of things for South. That was not great. I got to be honest, folks. I'm a little nervous here. No points scored for South. 4 minutes run through, 0% progress. That is not good. This is probably one of our worst showings. It's not that we're playing terrible. It's just we just are having a hard time. I don't know what we're doing with the combination of players and hits, but we are having a hard time with Ocean Township. They're proving to be a much better team than we expected them to be. So, teams are going to regroup. Teams are going to figure out what's going on. So, now it's South's job. So, South's going to come up and they are going to capture the they're going to come up and they're going to defend. The blue line represents where the payload has to drive through. Ocean Township captures the point. As soon as they capture, that's it. They win. So South has to play its best defense ever because Ocean is about to push through. Now, like I said, there's a bottleneck right here. So the key is, can they hold? So here they come. Time has started. Everyone is grouped. I don't know why everyone is grouping on the right-hand side. Someone needs to move to the left. They've got a great position on Ocean, really pushing them back. But again, there's not a lot of space. Ocean throwing someone in from above. Everyone needs to move around just a little bit more. There's more cover on the right-hand side of this statue than there is on the left. But South needs to make sure that they do not get flanked. Need to take out those supports. That's the real key is if you can take out support. Those supports are providing healing strength. So those people in front taking a lot of hit damage. If you can take out a support person, then there's nothing those front people can do to heal themselves. Or there's very little they can do to heal themselves. Hand polo is getting slammed. Goes back, grabs some health. Excellent kills right there. South needs to prevent themselves from getting killed, but they are getting pushed back. And Ocean might have the point. As long as South can stay alive, they will hold the point. As long as all five don't die. So, Hampolo has stayed alive. One person remains from Ocean Township. They're coming back from their spawn point. Here they come back through. You can see that little blocker point. They do not enter. It does prevent you from pushing all the way back to their spawn point. Ocean coming in from the top, throwing stuff over the wall. Let's jump over to... Let's see what Braden's doing. OVR taking some hits. Grabbing some health. Pushing in from the left. The left does not have cover. So there's a direct line of sight. So you got to be able to get in, throw some hits, get it back out of there again. Like he just got blasted a little bit. Grab some health. Basically what he's doing is trying to draw fire. If he can draw fire and get his ult up. Now he's been given a sleep. Butta's pushing forward past that wall. Again, trying to push Ocean back. If the closer Ocean gets, the better they have a chance of stealing that point and taking out South. Okay, we've got less than a minute 30 remaining. South is doing an excellent job, but Ocean is definitely pushing farther ahead than South did. Juliana throwing health like there's nobody's business. She is money today. Beautiful job by South, taking down to a minute left. Really, both teams, I got to say, both teams are very evenly matched. Ocean might have a slight advantage, but South is doing everything they can to hold Ocean off. We have less than a minute. Ocean pushing forward. James can't handle it. He's got to push himself back a little bit. Ocean trying to get the upper hand by taking the balcony. They're going to try and flank on the right-hand side. Nope, but they changed their mind. They moved back to support each other. Tank has been taken out. That's it. Ocean has come in. Ocean has it. 17 seconds. 17 seconds left. Ocean took it, and that's it. South had to hold him for 17 more seconds. We just can't hold it, and that's it. That's the game, folks. That was not the best. I would love to say that we did everything we could, but that's it. That is all we can do. So, unfortunately, folks, that's the match, and we're done for today. So South falls to 2-2. That's just kind of the way it works sometimes. You can't win them all. So thank you, everybody. We will see you back here on the 18th for, yet again, another live stream of our Overwatch team. Have a great week.